Alright, I am live. Perfect. Everything is working great on my end. I hope everything is working great on your end too. I'm back on YouTube. It's been a while. I've been trying to get a lot of things done these days, but here we are. And we have a interesting topic at hand to discuss today. It is the survival of the fittest. Before everything, I'm Evo. People call me Evo. I'm an evolutionary biologist and an educational streamer. I go live on Twitch once a week. We talk about science. We talk about the climate and all. And today, I decided to choose this topic because it is Darwin's birthday. So we are celebrating Darwin's birthday on Twitch too. But before everything, I just wanted to make this video so that if someone comes and asks me about, the survival of the fittest, what do you think about it? Or, it is a good definition of evolution. So we can roast this survival of the fittest once and for all. And I can show this video to people. Look, I already made it. If you want to watch it, it is there. So that's what this is all about. Survival of the fittest is the thing we will be talking about. Because I think when it comes to the misconceptions about evolution, survival of the fittest takes the lead, like by far. That is how I feel about survival of the fittest. So that is what we will be trying to address, and I will take the argument, or like whatever it is, because I don't know if we can call it an argument, but whatever. I'll take it from the beginning, and I will walk everyone through this, step by step. So with this, okay, let's go, I guess. All right, let's switch to our drawing table. And if you come and ask me questions on the chat, I will, I'm happy to answer those too. But we will stick on the survival of the fittest issue on this stream. Okay, first of all, evolution. So like the evolution by natural selection. Or I think evolution by natural selection is defined as survival of the fittest. So survival of the fittest. So let's start with what does this thing says? This says the fittest survives, right? But in evolutionary biology, first of all, things are not about survival. What I mean by this, let's put this a little bit better. What I mean by this is the, if we are talking about evolution, we should make a definition of evolution. Let's make a definition of evolution. Let's divide this here. This part will be enough for me. Let's make a definition of evolution. Evolution is let's define this as the change in alleles in generations, or let's say allele frequencies in generations. let's define it like the I'm trying to come up with a simple definition here. The change in allele frequencies in generations. So survival does not necessarily mean that you're passing down the alleles, right? So this is more about reproduction. This is more about reproduction rather than survival. You can survive but not reproduce. So is it the survival? No, it's about, again, reproduction. The mule, can they reproduce? No. Can they survive? Yes. So it, again, you know. And then this part, like, basically says that, oh, if you survive longer than you would, let's say someone says, you know, if you survive longer, you will reproduce longer or more. But here we are as human species making this claim. This is kind of like, you know, this makes me really laugh all the time because, like, we have in humans menopause. Like, menopause is a time that a human cannot reproduce, but they survive. So again, is this about survival? No, this is all about reproduction. Let's take the fittest part. So the fittest also is, I think the fittest is the real problem here. Okay, I'll be honest. I think the biggest problem on this argument is the fittest. Survival is a problem, but the fittest is a bigger problem. Why? The fittest argument, let's say we have a normal distribution of some, this is here I have fitness, and here I have the frequencies in the population. All right, this is what we have. So as like the lowest fitness individuals, the highest fitness individuals, we go like this. This is not very normal. Let's go back. Let's try to draw this once more. Better. Let's say our distribution something, you know, looks something like this. The survival of the fittest argument basically says that only this part, let's draw it with another color, only this part has some chance of passing their genes, and this part is all purged. Like, this makes the whole argument about evolution, like, first of all, I think that the one big problem is that this makes the argument about competition. And evolution, like, you know, evolutionary biology, we know like this is much more than just competition. Like there's cooperation too. I will come to the reasons of these. I think it's important to understand. But let's finish this argument first. But like, this is not about just these individuals, you know, reproduce and these are all purged. It doesn't work that way. But how does that work? It works. Instead of it being these individuals, let's say you have these all individuals contributing to the gene pool in the next generation. All right, what happens is there is a gradient of differential reproductive success along this fitness. So fitness basically makes it more likely for the individuals on this side to reproduce, and more likely as you go this side, and as you go this side it's less likely to reproduce, kind of. But that is the reason why the individuals here, like as the selection coefficient goes higher, the strength of selection goes higher, the gradient might get steeper, but there will still be a gradient. So that's the most important thing to understand here. The gradient will be there. It might get steeper as the selection coefficient goes higher, but it is just differential reproductive success. And that's why it takes a while to get rid of the genes in, you know, if they are, like, let's say, you know, they're harmful or something like even lethal genes stay in the gene pool because they simply can just be there, and they can hide under the diploid organisms, right? There's a lethal recessive gene, let's say. That lethal recessive gene can be present in the heterozygous, you know, individuals, and it will be passed on generation by generation by generation. And once in a while, it will find another recessive, and it will kill like the individual. But that's not a reason that it will be just, you know, deleted from the population once and for all. They just stay in the population by just hiding under this heterozygosity. So this is how basically it works. So since I am already, like, you know, I have roasted this, what can we use for this, right? Like you know, what could be a good way to describe survival of the fittest, like, or something that we are trying to explain evolution to people who, you know, who just don't know what this is. What could we use? I think one thing that we can use is this is my suggestion. I think we can instead we can use something like differential. If I can write, I'm not great writing, huh? Right, let's say differential reproductive, of course, reproductive success according to fitness. So I would say this would be a better explanation. Differential reproductive success according to fitness would be, you know, a better explanation for this. Okay, here is what I'm thinking. Why survival of the fittest is used a lot. And I think it does have to do a lot with the society and how we are making things, how we are setting the stuff, setting the limits, setting the goals in the society. And this all goes back to that. I think this is the way we think about our lives, and that's why we use this. Survival of the fittest sounds like more like, you know, in economic model instead of a biological thing. You know, it's like, oh, there were these restaurants. This restaurant was the best, so it survived, and the other restaurants are gone now. But in biology, like, it doesn't work that way. First of all, the number of individuals in a population are not that low most of the time. So there is, it's just, you know, that I think this is kind of it comes from there. And when I hear about this, it's like very triggering for me. So when someone comes from now on to my streams or anyone, I can show this video and tell them, look, I already made that video, go watch it and enjoy. So yeah, I think this is pretty much what I want to say. I think this comes from the way we are thinking about the society, and we have a very competitive society to start with that comes from capitalist, you know, systems, and also the colonial thinking and everything. If you go back all the way, you know, these we can discuss these on my Twitch, you know, anytime you want. If you come and want to chat with me, I'm open to. But yeah, I think that this survived, like the survival of the fittest survived through those mechanisms. It's like, it's not even like, it's not accurate for evolutionary biologists. I don't know if there are evolutionary biologists who like the survival of the fittest to describe evolution, but I'm not one of them. And I don't think I will be. And I haven't met a person, you know, an evolutionary biologist who likes survival of the fittest. So I don't know. It's an interesting one. Yeah. With this, I think this is the end of my YouTube stream today. I am going to be on Twitch very soon. I don't think I will be, like, you know, it will take long, and then we will have all day celebrating Darwin's birthday today. So you're welcome to come and join us today. And also, I'm fundraising for an NCSE. It is happening today. Let me pull that up. The link is below. You can find the link below. I'm fundraising for NCSE, and it is here. Let's pull this here, so you can go and help us raise some money for them, because they are doing really good work for the teaching of evolution and teaching of climate science. This is something me and my community cares about. So that I thought this would be a good time to raise some money for them. So yeah, with this, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. And I hope to see you all soon, I guess, on Twitch, or, like, you know, on YouTube too. As always, stay safe, stay sane, and stay with science. I hope to see you all soon. Bye.